No, this is not a sponsor. If I was to do a sponsor though, we could really use a new blender. Whoever wants to sponsor me a new blender, I'm sure my roommate would appreciate too. Anyways, I promised you guys I would unbox a bunch of my new camera gear, like Sony a7 Mark III. I have a DJI drone. I have a Sigma lens and a bunch of other accessories that I'll put a link down there in the description of all the gear so you guys can go see it for yourself and the technicalities. I'm basically gonna tell you why I bought it, and it's 1 o'clock and there's no sun. This is all from snow right now. It's reflecting. There's a light somewhere in here, so I'm actually gonna look for the light first. That's not a light. I'll show that later. That's not a light. That's not a light either. Okay, maybe the light's in there. This is so uncalled for. Whatever. Okay, I found my light. I had to get a LED light because I want to be out and about shooting, and especially because we're in the darkest place ever. I need a light. Nighttime, you can shoot awesome photos with a really strong LED light, and I can use the videos like this. So, anything else? No. That's right, I bought a Lume Cube. It looks almost like a GoPro actually, like the casing. Lume Cube, it's just like a really strong LED light. It's massive strong. I think it has like 3 different settings. You can control it from your phone as well. Let's pretend you're shooting a waterfall and it's nighttime, like dusk, so there's no light, but you can kind of get reflection off the water falling, but it's not enough. You throw this sucker at the bottom of that waterfall somewhere and you go stand next to it. You take a photo from afar. And as for like price and all that stuff, again, links in the description so you guys can go check out for yourself what's the price of all this stuff, or I don't know if you can find alternatives. We also have a mount for it. This bit here, this mounts on top of my camera, so like where the microphone is, and it's a mount for the light, so you can, you know, set it like that. Okay, this is light. This is a Lume Cube right here. That's how small it is. Fortunately, there's no power on it. I need to charge it up, and then this is how you charge it. So it's just a USB cord. So it's super simple, you know, you can have it on the road and charge it whenever you like, basically, as long as you have a USB port, so you can do it in your laptop. Okay, next up, Sigma MC11 converter, lens converter. So I have a Sony now, or I'm gonna unwrap the Sony later, and I have Canon lenses. You stick this sucker in between the lens and the camera. The lens works, a Canon lens works on the Sony, so that's what it is. This isn't the most expensive. This is actually a kind of cheaper alternative, and I know in the past, this converter has had issues. Sometimes like the autofocus doesn't work properly, but I did some digging and some talking and asking questions. They have updated software on this with a new update at the end of last year, and now it works flawlessly according to everybody who I've asked. So this is definitely a good purchase because you have the Mega Bounce or whatever it's called. I don't know. There's another converter that's really famous. It's like 400, 500 euros, which is double the price of this, or even triple. So if you want, you should really get this, and it's cost effective. So basically this is what it looks like. You stick the lens on that, you take this off, and this bit goes in the camera. Okay, next, what do we have here? I mean, I can just look in the bag. I'm a New York Knicks fan.
No, 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 no.
This is a Wallimix Pro camera strap. Yeah, I totally didn't know the brand actually. I just saw it on the internet and I thought it looked really good. And it does look really good. So this is a camera strap. I could have gone for the black one or whatever, but you know, it's earthly. So let's get in the camera. This is my baby. This is what we've been waiting for. The Sony a7 Mark III DSLR. I've been waiting for a whole week for this. So I'm just gonna enjoy this. A Sony a7 Mark III. We'll tell you why I bought this. And no, it's not, even though this is an awesome feature, it has a dual memory card slot. So that basically means, like, you know, if you want to shoot JPEG and RAW, you can separate the two. I don't know why you would do that. You always shoot RAW. If you want to shoot video, you can save it on one card and then save the pictures on one card, so you can just do it all in settings. And we got the awesome flip screen, kind of ish flip, not flip, like, you know, the Canon's flip screen, the 77D that I got there. Let me show you what else is in the box because I don't know. We have the charger, obvious, the batteries. So why did I buy this? Because it was the best combination of video and picture to me, and I've always been more into video, honestly. The whole picture thing came to me easier because, I don't know, I just editing found it easier, and then videos, it was so time consuming, but I've always wanted to do more video, and this one does up to 4K, 30 frames per second, and 24 frames at least. So also, what I really want to do, if you watch my Instagram videos, is like that buttery smooth slow motion. So I haven't been able to do that like it does seem in some of my videos, but this one does 120 frames at 1080. So you just get that ultra nice buttery smooth slow motion, and that's what I'm gonna start doing with this. I'm gonna really start, you know, it's gonna motivate me to do more video, which I wanna, again, get into. So that's why I bought it, basically. Can't have a camera without a lens. I really got a good deal on this. So that's honestly the main reason I got this. Sigma 50mm 1.4 f-stop. So, you know, your classic 50mm, it's a little bigger. It's a lot bigger. I mean, that's a 50mm because it's a 1.4, so it needs to be able to take in a lot of light, meaning that you get that nice focus of the subject, and then everything else gets really blurry behind there. Couldn't be more happier with this purchase right here, and like I'm gonna start using it a ton. I'm not a big fan of the 50mm, at least on the cropped sensors like the Canon 77D I have here, because it's too tight. So when you have a full crop, it's not as tight. I didn't realize this because, again, I haven't had full crop cameras, which is actually really surprising. A lot of people like, yo, like, you really don't have a proper camera? No, I don't. I've been busting my ass off with a mid-range camera, which is totally fine. So I make it seem like a big deal, but it's not a big deal. Again, I did test it out. It's actually on the Sony a7 Mark III, and it looked really good. Let me, just for comparison's sake, this is a mess. Like, we all need to calm down here and just clean. This is a standard Canon 50mm lens, right? What is it, EF? Yeah, it's the EF because that's the red dot. That's what it is, yeah, the red dot, EF. No one saw it, there, red dot. So, 50mm, Sigma 50mm. Look at the difference. That's double. Again, because it's 1.4, a lot heavier. This is plastic, this is metal. Takes in a lot of light. Yeah, 28-70mm, it's a macro lens, so not the greatest, not my favorite. 24-70 is a really good lens. Comparison's sake there. So the shitty thing is that my camera bag's about to get much heavier, which it's already heavy. So let's move on. Camera gear. This is not sustainable. I mean, I'm gonna recycle this, but the object in here does not need a box this big. Amazon, yeah. And what is this? This is a remote, right here. Photo and tech. It's a remote for the Sony. What else do you want me to say about it? It has a 2-second interval, so a remote for Sony, meaning that you can take photos, hook it up to the camera via Bluetooth, I guess, yeah, via Bluetooth, and So you can take pictures, for example, long exposure, you know, I'm explaining for you guys who don't understand. Long exposure, so instead of actually having to press the trigger. So for example, if I'm taking a photo of myself in the woods somewhere, I'll just set the camera down and then I'll go in front of the camera, and it's gonna take a while with the Canon app. It took a while. It just didn't work always properly. I couldn't get connected immediately, and I need that because if I'm out, especially like you're out in the cold, it's -10, you want something inconvenient. So hopefully this, I did my research. If you guys are wondering like why I'm buying all of this stuff or how do I come up with it, just research. I mean, I just did a bunch of different research on the internet, Google. I asked a couple of my friends their opinions and so on, and then I just dug in and did more research. That's all you gotta do. I mean, I haven't used the SONY app. I will let you know how that works. Maybe this is useless, but again, this was like 20, 25 euros, so not a biggie. One more box. We have the MAVIC Air, the Fly More combo package, meaning that it has more batteries and more propellers, I think. I don't know why I don't know these. All I know is that I wanted more batteries, so I got the package with more batteries. I don't know what comes after that because it's all just plus to me. I think conveniently, like, okay, I need that, I'm gonna buy it. That sounds so stupid how I do that. Okay, this is gonna take forever. I don't know how to open it. Never mind, that was easier than I expected. So why did I buy this instead of, for example, a MAVIC 2? It was an easy choice for me in the end because convenience. Just like with the remote, I need stuff to be convenient. That's the most important to me. The way I shoot is, especially when I'm out somewhere, I need stuff to be on hand and easy to set up. So, you know, I just put it and go. And because of the MAVIC Air size, it's super convenient. So you can have it in your pocket even. That's how small it is. Apparently the size of my palm. I'll open it. I might be, again, wrong. You know, you just set it down, hook it up, and it goes. There's no need to put on the propellers, etc. I have played around plenty with the MAVIC Pro, the first model, and it just wasn't convenient. Like you can leave the propellers on that one, but it's just a lot of work. And the gimbal, I don't know how it is on 2. From what I understood, it's still the same. So the gimbal is kind of like you have to put it in a housing, otherwise it shakes and it can actually snap off, especially if you just put it in to your pocket or somewhere quickly. It's like if you're on the go and you just need to set it up. Why is this focus doing this? Yeah. So this one has an inbuilt gimbal. It's not hanging like on the MAVIC Pro. And again, it folds quickly out and then you just hook it up and go. And thing is, like, video wise, it's almost the same. I can't remember the specs again, but all I know is like I can get 4K with it, and then I can get 1080, and I can get up to, I think, 100 frames per second, maybe even 120. You guys are gonna have to check the specs, but that's all I needed to know. Again, it was easy for me, easy choice. So it's a matter of like, okay, better video quality on the MAVIC Pro 2 at the end of the day. MAVIC Air doesn't line up with it, but because of convenience, the convenience outweighs the video quality on the MAVIC Pro, if that makes sense to you. And that's how I decided how to buy this. And this is not focusing, there we go. So we have the bag. This is actually what the drone fits into. So if you can see, this is like small. It's just bigger than my palm, which is insane. This is then the carry bag, obviously, with all the batteries and other extra equipment. We have the, what the f are these? No. Yeah, I don't know what these are. We are opening this. What do we got? Bam. I got the red one, simple, because you can get the black one or the white one, I think, and then you can get this red one. White one or black one drops from the sky, you know, for some reason. It's gonna be hard to find it, especially a black one. Red one, easy to see, especially, you should see out there, it's snow. Look how small this is. This is literally on my palm now. Flip it out. Flip, 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 flip. There you go. And that's it. When you're done with it, you just flip it back. Flip it back. I've done that once before, so that was pretty smooth. Once I learn it, I'll be killing it. I mean, it can fit in your pocket, you know what I mean? But you don't want to keep it in your pocket. And this carry case is convenient, but you know what? If I had something complain about this carry case, there's no strap or anything, like, you know what I mean? So just food for thought. All the extra accessories, the Fly More combo pack. You know, I don't even know what these are. Yeah, some cables, propellers, more propellers. This is a great unboxing video. The remote. So you hook up your phone like this, and then there's a cable that connects, and then you go, you fly it. You don't fly this, you fly the drone. Good stuff. And the thing is, like, these are, you can't see in here, but these are like packed super nice. Like, they go nice in here, so you're not just throwing around. It's easy to just put them back here. Actually, I'm very surprised how convenient this is right now. They all fit in here snugly. No, is my bag already broken? DJI, focus. There, know my struggle. Oh, I want to show you something. Air's battery that goes on top of it. And this is a MAVIC Pros, the #1, not the #2 battery. So you can see the difference already there. Not that big, but still, you know, you're saving space, and this one's heavier. So convenience, again, smaller, better, lighter, quicker in the air. And that's what I need. I'm not the type to who kind of like goes to a spot and then like you have to set it up and then you're taking long exposure photos, because that's not my photography style or video. So I'm more like a run and gun kind of dude. I don't like setting up tripods, etc., all that stuff. It's just not in me. I know like the pictures won't be as in focus then, because you're not looking for the focus spot, but it's just not my style, and it never will be. So that's all, guys. And again, if you want to, you guys can subscribe, but find me on Instagram, you know, just Alexi. That's probably where you guys came from. I got my website, my podcast, all this other stuff, and I'll be using these a lot, and I can give you guys, keep giving you reviews on how they've worked out, what do I find good and bad about them, but I need to start putting these to charge because I will be using them all tomorrow. Alright guys, peace. Guys, I finally figured out what these are. These are propeller guards. Right there. Propeller guards. Cool.